around to my laptop to see the pictures. So we're gonna do a combo of this one here and this one. Although I think I'm gonna do pink and purple because I don't know, I'm just a pink and purple type of person. So I think I'm gonna replace the blue here with purple. And I really like this one, but it just seems like a lot of yellow. So basically I think we're gonna do pink and purple, but you never know what can happen with the flow and see. So let's see. I got 3 brand new brushes this morning, which I'm really excited about. I got them at my local art store. It's called Lions. So I haven't tried these brushes before yet, but they're going to be pretty good because they're the round ones. They call these round when they're pointy, so these are really good for line work. And I also like using a long liner brush. So when you get them brand new, they're like really pointy and really nice. So we'll start by just sketching the design. I'm going to use like a lightish brown color. Let's see. And the paints I use, there's a couple different brands. Wolf is a really good brand that I like to use. Wolf looks like this. Might be flipped backwards because of the camera, but you can kind of see the logo. Has like an eye. But that's a really good brand to use, especially, you know, if you're first starting out. It has like a beeswax base, so it just is really workable and stays on a little bit better than some of the creamier paints. So I think I'm going to start with this area here. And music. And doing a sketch first, especially for body painting, especially if you're newer to the design, it'll give you a good idea, you know, of like, just kind of like a framework. Hi guys! Hi Jade! Alright, so, I mean, it is kind of hard, like, painting yourself, because the mirror's like flipped around. But if you're a girl and you do your makeup, then I mean it's kind of like a similar concept. And the cool thing about using the brown is it's nice because if you decide to like put things in a different area, then it's just kind of like matching your skin tone anyway, slightly darker. Hi Dawn! Hi Carol! So yeah, I'm not like one of those people that like has a bunch of tutorials on like YouTube and stuff, so bear with me. There's a lot of people out there that have like really good cameras and stuff, but I'm just using my iPhone. But that's why Facebook Live is really cool, because I don't know, it's just cool. You're live, and yeah, even if I mess up, it's okay. I'm gonna show you guys the design again. So we're doing this part here. It's like the bones and kind of just the outline. On this one I didn't really like this part as much, so I'm just like switching it around. And that's the cool thing. You can just take elements, which one you like better, or which ones you like best from one particular design, and just combine them. Mishmash them. Alright. I like this part. She has like a heart right here. Alright. And part of her arm's painted, so obviously I'm going to have to do the arm that I'm not painting with. And I'm right-handed, so it'll be my left arm. I'll just go as far as I can. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to take me. We'll see. We'll see how long we do Facebook Live for. If I need a break, maybe I'll just like do a round 2 and finish it up on a second video. But hopefully we can get it all on one. Hi Vanessa. Hi Johnny. Are you guys on your lunch break at work? I figured 12 o'clock would be a good time to do it. So everyone's on their break. And then we'll repost it too, so people can watch later if they want. And this might give you guys just like a general idea or inspiration, you know, if you want to face paint yourself or your kids for Halloween. Hey Haley! Woo woo! Yeah, just, you know, for beginners, I mean, sometimes you just got to get a little face paint kit and jump in there and just get started. Nothing to be scared of. And face paint's awesome. It's really workable. It's like even more workable than regular paint. Even more workable than, you know, like acrylic sometimes. Sometimes I even like to use the face paint on paper. It's kind of like watercolor. Alright. I think we may actually have the body mapped out already. Cool. Okay. Before we go in with the face, because the face is a little bit more, you know, it's a little more fickle, where if you like start sweating and it's really hot today, you know, you'll want to save the face for the end. That's why I kind of like starting with the body first and then doing the face at the end, especially if you're doing, you know, like professional body painting. You want to start with the body and then do the face at the end. Plus, at the end, you'll kind of know what the body paint looks like already, so you can match the face with what you've already done on the body. So, okay, so the design is yellow on one, but like we're going to switch it to purple. We're going to switch out this color with purple. So, yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to use a sponge. This is a special sponge that you can get at a makeup store online. I would recommend going to Friends Beauty Supply. It's F-R-E-N-D-S in North Hollywood. It's off Laurel Canyon Boulevard. And they have these sponges. You can also order them online. There is a website called sillyfarm.com, and they're a really big distributor of face paint supplies. They're in Florida, so if you're in California, it might take a little while to get to you. But there's also other distributors, you know, websites and stuff online where you can get face paint supplies, like sponges and, you know, paints and stuff like that. The brushes you can get from a regular art store. Okay, I'm actually mixing 2 colors here. This brand is called Krylon, and this is in neon purple. But I feel like this color is really bright, and I want to kind of mute it down a little bit. So this is another brand called Paradise. And then, so it's a little more kind of like muted down. So I'm just like mixing them together. I like mixing my colors a lot. And then it just makes a nice purple. So what I did was I dampened my sponge, because the paint is actually solid. So you have to get it wet in order for it to work. Hi Belle. Hi Amber. Love you too. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I body painted Amber in Florida in 2011 for FBAIC, which is the Face and Body Part International Convention. And that was so awesome. And now Bill does body painting too. It's so awesome. So inspiring. You know, and it's so awesome seeing body painting gain popularity, because 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, it wasn't that popular, and it was even kind of like not even considered a real art form. But now they have like shows on TV, you know, like a Skin Wars show, and you know, they're doing it at art shows all the time, and more people are trying it. So it's just really awesome because you know, there's not this kind of like old school feeling of like embarrassment about the body. Like the body is art. And so it's awesome to be able to accentuate you know, like what God gave us with paint. And the cool thing about this paint is it's like made for the skin. It's not acrylic. You don't have to scratch it off. It's water based, so it comes off in water. There is other types of body paint, mainly for like airbrushing, which withstand water, and those are alcohol based paints, and they come off with rubbing alcohol. So it's a little more harsh to take off, but it's really good for, you know, if you're going to be like sweating a lot, like for music video shoots and stuff like that. But for the most part, I really like using the water base because it's really workable, and it comes in the cake form like this, and I can use it with, you know, like sponges and brushes. Okay, so I just realized I have my tattoo over here. I'm not sure. It's like totally not gonna cover it up, so I'm just thinking I'm gonna like leave it. Maybe we can even do like a kind of a like where it looks like ripped around it or something later. We'll see. I'll just leave it for now. Hey Jenna. Hi Jew. Hey Paige. Okay, so it's drying right now. It just takes a few minutes to dry. It's like a little bit, tiny bit blotchy, but it'll dry, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. Let's start doing some hot pink. Let me show you guys what hot pink is. By the way, this design was done by let's see. I have it written down somewhere. I think it's like, it's not Nicole Guerriero. That one's by Nicole Guerriero, and she has awesome videos on YouTube. But I will look and find out in a little bit who that one's by. I have it like somewhere on there. Okay. Oh, so we're gonna do the pink now. The pink around the bones. I said earlier we purple for the yellow because I'm not too much into yellow. So this area is more defined in here. This is just kind of like a base. So I'm gonna use a brush to lay in the pink. I'm gonna use I think it's called a filbert brush. It's kind of like round-ish, squarish, roundish. I'm gonna use Krylon Neon Pink. It's a nice color. All the little girls love this color. Whenever I'm face painting at kids' parties, even like the 3-year-olds, they'll point at this color. They'll be like, I want that color for my princess face. I'm like, yeah, girl. Gotta have that neon pink. So, I'm just going on the outline here. And like brush pressure is really important. Like how much pressure you have, like when you're doing a stroke, like with the brush. Because if you press it down harder, then more paint is gonna come off on your skin. So it's gonna, you know, like create a nice line on the edge. But then if you're blending, you don't use as much brush pressure. You just kind of like lightly, you know, tap or glide along the paint, and that'll create less visible brush strokes. Oh, I see, it's so good. It's really hot today. I'm in Long Beach, California, and we had some nice weather. We had some really nice weather actually the last couple weeks, but this weekend it was really hot, and today it's like super hot. So I've got my fan on me. The fan also helps the paint to dry a little bit quicker. Hey, Janett. Aw, thank you. Your kids are so cute. I love seeing pictures of them on Facebook. Alright. Let's go over to this side. Oh, it looks like we have some purple over here. So I'm going to go back in with the purple. Later I'll probably cover up this bra top. I might cover it with paint. I can do like little designs on it or just kind of like blend it in with the painting, but we'll see. We'll see how long this takes. I have the energy. No, just kidding. Actually, this is really fun. Oh, so I highly suggest you guys, if you want to see really awesome body paint videos, makeup videos, this girl, Nicole Guerriero, she did the Blue Skull. Her video is really good, especially the video quality. You can really see like up close detail. If I keep doing these videos, I would eventually hope that I could get some really awesome equipment. That would be really fun. Okay, so I'm just going over this area a little bit more. It's kind of blotchy, so just putting on like a better layer in here. Thanks, Scott. I think I need to add some white for the bones. Use my round brush. The cool thing about these wolf paints is they stack, so they're like easy to transport. Or if you're just dabbling in face painting, you can get a little palette if you only need like a little bit of each color. These ones run about, for the 90 gram, I believe it's like, maybe like $18. But I mean, this lasts a really long time. This one's about half the size. I think this one's like, I don't know, like 12. But yeah, I mean, it can kind of add up if you're getting like a full range of color. But if you're going to be face painting or body painting a lot, then definitely I would suggest you invest in it. And it's just covering up those brown lines that we did earlier for the sketch, so that's a good thing. Just goes right over it. I love when a plan comes together. Slowly coming together. You know, it takes patience, you know. At the beginning, it doesn't look the way you want it to look all the time, but then if you just keep at it, it slowly starts to come together. That's the thing about art. You have to really enjoy the finished product and enjoy the process, or else, you know, a lot of people don't have the patience to complete it all the way through. So you really have to love doing it. But with body painting and face painting, the reward is the end product. When you see someone look in the mirror and they look amazing, or you see like the smile on a kid's face, or you know, someone's just like super happy with what you transformed them into, that's what makes it worth it. Or when you're doing a photo shoot and the photos look amazing, you're like, wow, I'm glad I spent so much time on that. It's worth it. Ooh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna like slime right here, because remember we turned this purple instead of yellow, so I'm gonna do yellow instead of blue for like the slime stuff coming down. Yellow and purple are I think they call them complementary colors when they're opposite colors. The yellow will really pop out against the purple. Now if it was like blue, it would just kind of blend in too much with the background. So yeah, I feel like it's important to use colors that are opposite of each other in order to make certain things pop out. And this is slime, so we really want it to pop out. Okay. Got some more slime over here. So I think it's been like a half an hour. Thanks to everyone who is joining in and following along with this neon pop art skull. Hopefully it's getting everyone excited for Halloween, or just, you know, if you want to ever try body painting, at least you can maybe get a little bit inspired, get some ideas. Okay, this whole area is yellow, so I'm just going to outline it with a round brush. And then I'm going to use a sponge because it covers more area. And my water's starting to get a little bit, like turning yellow from all like the paint from my brush. So I'm going to use a spray bottle with clean water to dampen the sponge. Because remember, we have to get it wet in order to make the paint work. So we'll just fill it in. that's way faster than using a brush. And the sponge, it tends to like make it a little more, like less blotchy. It makes it less blotchy when you're blending it. And just tap it. And you press down. Get all the paint off there. Okay, and this part's white. That's a bone. I like my wolf white. The wolf white's like just the brightest white. And it's just, I don't know, so easy to work with. This part. Okay. Use sponge. Hey Carol! Oh my gosh. I don't have air conditioning. This is Long Beach, but I have my fan on me. It's right over here. And then the phone's actually placed like in the window right here. And then I have a ceiling fan on, so whew, I think we're good. Alright. And down here, for this area, it's pink. Oh my gosh, you guys, I feel so bad. Normally Phoebe would be here with us. She's my kitten. But when I was setting up, she was just like crawling all over the place and knocking down the phone and stepping all over the paints. And I had to put her in the bathroom. I feel so bad. But luckily it's nice and cool in there. So hopefully she'll survive. Would have been a funny addition to the video, having her like jump across my setup and everything, but yeah, could have caused some technical difficulties. Okay. It's getting a little harder to reach over in this area, but I think I could do a better job over there. Try to reach back. My yellow sponge. And now I'm like fully using the mirror because I can't even see back there. I have a big mirror right here, by the way. I took it off the wall in the bathroom. That way I can see really well. Hopefully you guys can see well enough. The pink, Carol, is the Krylon Neon Blacklight Glow, which I just lost. This is so weird. Oh, here it is, here it is. It was hiding. It's the Krylon Neon Pink. It's a good one. I cannot wait to put the black lines in. The black lines are going to make it look super cartoony, and it's all going to come together. But for now, it's still fun. We're just filling in area. For those of you who kind of just started watching at the beginning, we used a light brown body paint to sketch out the body design, to map it out first, which helps a lot. Yeah, Carol, the neon pink is pretty opaque, actually, compared to some of the blacklight colors, which are super transparent. You really have to dig in there and like get a lot of paint on there. This purple is actually, you know, this purple's looking kind of blotchy, and that, I mixed the neon purple Krylon with Mayron, and I think the purple is pretty blotchy. So actually, after I'm done putting some more yellow here, I think I'm going to do another layer using just the Mayron purple, because I do want it to be more smooth. Some of the neon blacklight glow colors are very transparent, they look blotchy, so it's like a brand thing. Some brands are better than others in certain colors. So it's just a matter of, you know, testing them out yourself, or... Oh no, it said the storage settings are full. Okay, I'll see how far I can go, you guys. Hopefully a little bit longer. I don't know why the storage settings would be full for Facebook Live, but we'll see how long we can go, and then if needed, I'll do a second video. I'll just delete some stuff off my storage, and then we'll go back and do round 2 and finish it up and include the face, because the face will be really cool. Okay, I'm resorting to the kabuki brush right now. The kabuki brush is super awesome, and it does like a really nice layer. So I'm not going to use this neon Krylon because it looks too blotchy. I'm going to go ahead and use the Mayron purple, the Mayron Paradise purple, which is this one. See what happens. Woo! That's different. I like it. Yeah. And this kabuki brush is damp, okay? So like, with all your tools, your brushes, your sponges, your kabuki brush, it has to be damp in order to work with the paint, because the paint's dry. Gotta be careful around the edges. So I'll probably use a brush to go around the edges after. But yeah, I think I'm liking this a lot better because it's looking more opaque. Alright, and this side. The coverage is so good when you use a kabuki brush. Just like nice and opaque. The paint glides on really smoothly. The thing is though, you might want to have a few different kabuki brushes because they're hard to wash out. You kind of have to use a sink. Because this has purple on it now, so I can't really use it with any other color. Whoa! Okay, I'm back. The phone just rang. Okay. Alright. Okay, so, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks a lot more opaque now. because before it was a little bit blotchy because we used that neon black light color, which is a bit transparent. Alright, so let me put on some more music. That was Odyssey, right? By the way, the music that I had on, it's like my new favorite artist. It's spelled Oddisee. I just love it. So let's see. We'll put on Zacky Force Funk now. Alright. Let me show you guys the pictures of what I'm working on my computer if you haven't seen them yet. Okay, switch it around. So, based on popular demand, I put up 3 pictures for you guys to choose from, and it was a tie between this one here and this one here. So we are going to do a combo of both, because I really like the brains here, and I like all the detail on the face. However, the colors on this one are really cool, but we're substituting purple for the yellow. So right now we're doing this body design, because on this one, I'm not as into this like neck part. I really like this. But as we get to the face, you'll see that, you know, we're doing a lot of this design. So yeah, just switching a few things around. Okay. So we'll fill in this little heart area. I'm going to mix red in with another hot pink that I have. Alright, it's coming together. I'm going to start adding some black outline in a little bit, but first I just want to fill in some blank areas around this area. I'm not going to go all the way into my armpit, but maybe blend it in a little bit better over there. So let's use the kabuki. Alright, Jackie, that sounds good. At Work Entertainment. Basically, it's like a coloring book. We drew the outline with brown, and then we just filled everything in. So this is actually pretty easy, for the most part. You just want to make sure the paint is, you know, for the most part, like, opaque. Everything, like, kind of looks blended. You know, the lines, the edges are nice. It's like coloring, basically, at the beginning. When we get towards the end, it'll be a fun part where we can add more detail. We're going to add the black line work in a little bit here, and that's really going to make things pop out. We can even add like a little bit of texture. But yeah, right now it's just like the basics. Just coloring. And you know, once you get to know your tools, things just become a lot easier. It's just a little bit of practice. Ooh, I like the way that looks. I just mixed some red in with this other hot pink. This other hot pink is a brand called Global. And I like that because it looks like shadow. And it's not in the picture, but I don't want to copy the picture, like, you know, section for section anyway. It's like now's the time after we are kind of done with mapping it out that we can add a little bit more of a different flair if we want to and customize it. So I'm going to add some more of that red along the edge. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let's make it a little darker. That'll add some dimension. Especially like under the bones, because that's where the shadow would be. Oh yeah. Let's blend it in a little. As long as the brush is wet, you can blend it in with the other color. So right now it's like re-wetting the pink that was there, and that way it makes it blend in with the red. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's getting hot. I'm trying to fan it. There we go. Put some shadow over here. Make this heart a little bit darker. eyeshadow so much that I want to add a little bit of shading to the slime. That's yellow, so I'm going to use this green. Trying to see it. Let me add a highlight. I'm going to mix yellow with white. Decent orange, actually. I'm going to use a neon orange for Krylon. Okay, I don't really like that green. I did orange over here with this yellow, so I don't like doing this, but sometimes you have to. I'm going to take a baby wipe. I wet it a little bit, and I'm going to take off the green. Don't tell anyone. I just don't like erasing. I like working with what I've done. Like, I think there's no such thing as a mistake. But sometimes you just can't really, if something really doesn't look good and you're just not feeling it, then you can opt out by using a baby wipe or erasing it. That's the cool thing about the water-based body paint, is it's actually really easy to take off, which can be a good and a bad thing. Because obviously, you know, if you do your face paint for Halloween and then you go out and you're sweating, it's gonna run and it's not gonna stay on as good. But the cool thing is it's not gonna be on your face for 3 days. Okay, so I got rid of some of the green. I'm just gonna go over it with the yellow again. The green might mix in a little bit with the yellow. We'll see. Okay, that covered the green okay. Plus we're going to be adding the black outline, so it can cover some of this green on the edge. I'm going to put in some more orange, because I do really like this orange right here. I think it goes along with the design. Fits in better than the green. Yeah. And it's the neon orange, so it's really bright. Which goes along with our theme. The neon pop art skull. Yeah, thanks Art. This is a group called Zaki Force Funk. Actually, I think it's one guy, and he actually lives in Long Beach. We should go check him out next time he plays. Yay! Okay, that looks good. That looks better. Alright, time for the black. This is my favorite part. I love doing outlines and line work. So let me find my round brush. This is the new one that I bought this morning from Lions. This one was only, it was like $6 and then they were 40% off. So it was only like $3. Super cheap. Okay, I'm going to use my Wolf Black. Let's show you the line work on here. Just so you can get it. Okay, so we're going to be doing the black outline, which is going to really make it have that pop art look. Alright? Okay. This is Zackey Force Funk. It's Z-A-C-K-E-Y Force Funk. Janett. Looks like we have some slime in there that we forgot to do. So, take the handy baby wipe. I'm gonna wet it. Supposed to be some slime under this bone right here. So just erase that area. We're doing our yellow slime here. Let's take my yellow. And just like that, with baby wipe, we can erase a little bit of an area and add in some slime. adding in some of the orange. Okay. Alright, back to black. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use a thinner brush now. This was a round brush, and they have numbers. I never pay attention to numbers, but some people do. So this one is 6. This size is a number 6 round brush, okay? We are going to use one that's smaller now. So this one is a number 2. So you can see the difference. It's like it's like a third of the size. So this will be for some thinner lines. It's good to change the brush stroke thickness just to add dimension, change it up. Because in nature, lines are different. They're not all the same. They're all different variations. So kind of want to, with art, it's nice to emulate nature a little bit, how things are naturally, and that creates an illusion to the eye. For the most part, things that are back further in space will have a thinner line. Things that are closer will have a thicker line. Ooh, I love new brushes. slime looks kind of like a tooth. I just realized. That's okay though. We'll try to figure something out. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for watching. So, let's see. How long's it been? We started at about 12:10. It's 1:20. It's been a little over an hour. So, you know, we've gotten pretty far. We've done an outline to start out with. We've done some of the base. We've mapped out where things need to go. We did a little bit of shading in here. We filled in all these areas, and now we're doing the black outline. So yeah, it's been a little over an hour, and I think we're on pretty good time. And we'll definitely be doing the face too after this, after we're done with the body. Use a thicker brush for this main bone here. Now, let's do the arm. And by the way, I keep eyeballing a few different areas that I would like to improve on. And I think I want to add something right here because I feel like it's kind of blank. And then I might be adding another bone right here because I feel like it's just kind of a blank space. And it'll be more like visually appealing if we kind of fill out those areas. So I'll do that after I continue with the black outlines over here. About my back, Rose, well, unless one of you guys want to come over and paint my back, I don't think I'll be able to do that for you today. But we went as far as we could. I can't really do much on this side. I could probably fill it in with my left hand. But yeah, we're just kind of doing the areas that I can reach for now. So yeah, maybe someday they'll invent like a back painter or something. It's kind of like a back scratcher, but it has a paintbrush on it. And then you could have a mirror back there. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so let's do some black outline over here. So earlier my phone said that the storage was full during this video, And that was like half an hour ago, so I'm really excited that we're still going. Oh my god, that's so weird. It just came on again as I said that. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. If we get disconnected, then I'm just gonna delete some photos off and videos off my storage, and then we'll fire it up again, okay? But fingers crossed, we're doing good so far. It's staying on. We've been live for about an hour and 15 minutes, so that's good. So I have a couple different ways I can look while I'm painting, and I can look in here in the camera. I can't really see too much detail, but at least I can get the general, you know, idea of like what you guys are seeing. And then I have a big mirror right here. Let me show you actually. So yeah, I have a big mirror right here that I took down off my bathroom wall. I have a backdrop in back of me. It's like this, it's like one of those dressing room things, and then I put a fabric over it. So yeah. And then the third way that I can look is by looking down, and that's actually the easiest way to paint yourself, is by looking down and being able to actually see it. But when you're doing it in the mirror, it's harder because everything's switched opposite. Let's put on something new. Okay, well, we're gonna put on a more fast-paced playlist. So maybe I can speed it up a little bit. Aww. John, tell Angus with just a little bit of practice, he'll be able to draw a straight line in no time. Okay, here we go. Aww. Thank you, Rose. Hey, Tobes. Oh yeah, these lines are just really making it happen right now. They just give the illusion that the skin is like opening up and then you can see the inside. I'm really digging it. Yes. trying to think what I'm going to put up here. You guys have any ideas? I'm thinking maybe just some texture. Let me get some inspiration here. Okay. So I think we're just gonna do like kind of a gaping like area right here, like a gaping wound, but not gross. We're gonna do it kind of cool. I just right here from Nicole Guerriero, and she has like this slime thing going on right here, like a wound thing. So I'm thinking we're just gonna add it, you know, up in this blanket right over here. So let's take our trusty baby wipe, wet it a little bit. And we're gonna draw, just put your index finger right here. You just kind of draw where it's gonna be. We'll do slime. Slime. I want to make it I don't want to do it this yellow and orange slime because it's too close to this one, and I feel like it'll just kind of like blend in together and it won't like pop as much. So actually I think I'm going to just do this like pink illusion of like gaping whatever it is like inside of my cartoon body. So yeah, we'll just do pink. I mean, it's good to switch things up a little bit because uniformity is good, but you want like minor shock value in certain areas, so it changes things up a bit and it just doesn't look too monotonous. And that's the cool thing about doing the detail, is that with detail you can add, you know, little things here and there that kind of add that unique flavor. And the shadow. Adding some highlight in here. I like the way it looks in here with a few different pink tones. I'm going to do the same thing down here. I love this track. It's called Love Invaders by Fatima Yamaha. Okay, I'm getting really excited to work on my face. There's still a few more things you have to do. I'm going to add some, a little bit of blue to the bone. I'll mix this turquoise with white so it's not too much. Just a little bit of a shadow. Because in real life, when light reflects off things, it creates other colors. So when you're doing art, you can have like highlights and shadows that aren't just gray. They can be other colors too, because it's similar to how it is in real life. This is kind of a blank area that I wanted to do something with. So I'll just add a little bit of this blue because I think it will create something cool besides just purple. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Add some more blue over here. This is for texture, just to break it up a little bit. So I'm just like lightly laying it down with the brush. We'll add the black outline to this in a little bit. Let's show you guys a picture again. So this is the main one that we're following, but we substituted purple for the yellow. And then we also voted on this one last week. So it's going to be a combo. But for the most part, we've been doing this body design first, and then we added like a little area like this on mine. Dark purple. see any comments anymore. All it says on the screen is 50 people have reacted to this video so far, and I haven't seen any comments in a while. Does someone want to comment? You just say hi, and I can see if it shows up. Huh. Well, okay, I can't see the comments, but it's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. We'll keep going. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope maybe you're getting inspired to, who knows, maybe paint your own face for Halloween, paint a friend's face for Halloween. All you need to do is just get the supplies and practice. And then you'll pick it up real quick. I like doing dark around the jawline because when we do the face paint, it's really gonna like make it pop out, and it just creates this like awesome shadow. So it just brings more attention up to the face. See how it's like defining the face already? It's a cool trick. By the way, I'm sorry you guys, I wish I could see any comments. There's like a glitch in the Facebook Live where I can't see any comments or anything like that. You definitely check them out after. Let me show you guys some of the detail up close. So you can see that, whoops, a little blotchy. Yeah, so we started out by mapping it out with brown. We mapped it out with brown outline for the design. Then we filled in the colors. We did purple, we did like a hot pink color, we did white for the bones, we did yellow for the slime areas. We added highlights and lowlights, shadow with orange, light pink, red, and now we're just kind of doing some texturing. We also added black outline and then lines to simulate wrinkles. So yeah, it's been about an hour. It's been about an hour and 40 minutes. We'll move on to the face in just a little bit. When you get up here, it's a harder area where you really can't look down and see anything, so this is where I'm utilizing my big mirror right here in front of me. Ew, that was gross. I like it. Never been into gore or anything like that, but I feel like this is kind of a bridge between like scary and fun, funky, and cartoony. So that's why I wanted to try and do one of these designs for you. And for myself, so I can learn it. I feel like this highlight is doing a pretty good job of making some of the lines and the wrinkles pop out. I tried it up here for these 3 little dots, and I like it. I'm gonna add some more. I'm mixing the white in with the purple that we used for the base color, so it's like a few shades darker than the purple base. switch to my larger brush to do some more of these highlights with the purple and white mixed together. Alright. Oh. I want to add a few cracks in this bone here. So I feel like this is the main focal point, so that's why I'm adding a little bit more shadow in here, because when someone looks at the art, you want there to be a main focal point, and sometimes that's in the center, sometimes it's off to the side. Yeah, also I want to add a little bit more shadow to this heart, because I feel like, actually, yeah, the heart and this middle like bone area it should be the focal point, because they look here first, and then they'll look up to the face, and then they'll notice all the other details around. I think that's called the Gestalt theory in art, and just in like your vision and like psychologically, we look at the larger area first, and it's like, I think the Gestalt theory means the largest confers the rarest. I don't know. I forget. But basically, they're going to look at the area that gets their attention first, and then they're going to look around at the other pieces after. I did remember that from art school. One of the few things I remembered. So yeah, the highlight is gonna make it stand out more. I'm using white mixed with pink, but I'm actually just gonna use straight white. So that way, it's a really nice bright highlight to put attention on the heart. There we go. Yeah, that's making it stand out. Alright. Okay. I could probably go on forever, but I want to get started on the face. So, we'll do that now. Okay. So I really like detail in this blue face here, and I love the brain. I think that's super cool. And this one's cool too, but I think let's start off by getting inspiration from this design here. Okay, so we're going to switch around the colors. I'm going to be using purple instead of the light blue that's in the picture. So let's start off by mapping it out, just how we did with the body. We're going to map it out with, let's use a light brown again. It's about a shade darker than my actual skin tone. And the main thing I want to map out is the area where her skin is like ripped away, where the teeth are showing. So start with that, because those are two different colors, so we want to separate those areas. Wow, my hand was like actually shaky at the beginning because I was like kind of nervous. But now after painting for like an hour, it's like now I feel like there's more of a flow. Mapping it out is going to make it a lot easier for us. Blocking out those areas. I don't know, for some reason it just, helps you. Especially when there needs to be colors that are separated. Okay. We're going to do the eyebrow above my actual eyebrow. Oh, let's do the brain line first. That's a line for the brain. Eyebrow. We got a skull nose. Okay. And we've got like an indent right here. That's part of the skull face. I'm gonna map that out. Alright. Okay, cool. So I think we're ready to do the purple base now. I'm going to use the kabuki brush. It already has purple on it from earlier. I'll re-wet it a little bit. We're going to use the Mayron purple that we used for the body. The second color that we used for the body, because at first we used the neon blacklight glow purple, but it was a little splotchy. So we decided that this one was better. Okay, on this side, we've got some, like, gaping wounds, which I didn't map out, so I'm going to go ahead and map those out now. And those areas are going to be, that area is going to be like reddish pink. And then we have like an area under the eye that's pink as well. With the kabuki, I'm going lighter around these edges, so that way it doesn't go into this area, because that area is going to be a different color. Okay, now I'm having a hard time like fitting it into the smaller areas, so I can go ahead and use a brush. The brush lays it on thicker than the kabuki brush does, just FYI. So I blend it in on the edges to mix in with the layer that we put on with the kabuki, just to make it have an even tone. Switch up the music here. Fela Kuti. That's the name of the artist. Okay, time for pink brains. Let's start with a neon bright pink, a global bright pink. Same one we used for here and some of these areas. just like the body, we're just going to lay down the color in certain areas first, and then later on, after we have the base colors down and everything's kind of covered up, then we'll start adding more shadow. Some artists prefer to do it differently, where they just work on certain areas at a time. Like, for example, they would do the whole brain right now, and then, you know, do the eyes, and then every other area would be blank, and then they would just do like patch by patch. But the way I've always liked to work is I like kind of moving around, and, you know, just starting with a base, then doing shadow to everything, then doing the line work to everything, and then adding like last minute details at the end, as opposed to like doing it, you know, a whole area, then move on to this area, do it from start to finish, then move on to another area. So it just kind of depends how you like to work. I don't think there's any right or wrong way. I mean, if you're doing it successfully and it's the way you like to do it, then, and it's efficient, then that's all that really matters. Okay, let's do a darker purple in here with the brush. My filbert. This filbert, it's like a combo between a square and a round brush, and it's really good for like filling in kind of larger areas and blending. I'm blending it back into my hairline a little bit. When I take photos of the design when I'm all done, I'll probably put on a wig though. Pretty sure I have like a blue wig. Okay, let's do purple for the eyebrows. Actually, yeah. No, actually, I think we're gonna do... I want to do pink for the eyebrows. I'll do a more toned down pink. This color is the Wolf Hydra color, and it's just the regular pink color. Because if I do it bright pink, it'll blend in too much with the brain from far away. People won't be able to tell the difference between the eyebrows and the brain, I feel like, so it's better to use a different pink for the eyebrows. Okay, I'm going to start mapping out the teeth. Okay, now we got hot pink for the gums. Alright. Okay, so this is the thing about painting over your lips when you do face painting. When you talk, there's a little bit of saliva that comes out on your lips, so it's like natural. So sometimes that can like re-wet the paint, and you know, especially like drinking water with a cup or just anything like that, you have to be careful because of the moisture. So I'm actually going to save the teeth for the very end so we can avoid any like smudging or anything like that. Okay? I'm going to do some shadow here for the like sunken in cheekbone area. Use a dark purple. I'm going to use a brush for that. I'm going to use the brush to pull it down, create a shadow. Now I'm going to use a sponge to put the lighter purple from the base color on the edge. Blend it in. I love it. I love when the shadows blend in really nice and it creates this like optical illusion where one piece is popping out and the other is sinking back. I just love it. Okay. I want to put a lighter purple down here to define the jawbone. So I'm going to mix the base purple color in with white. Ooh, I'm going to use my Krylon white. I'm going to use the Krylon white. You see it? Well, it says Krylon aqua color. And it's more blendable than the wolf white, which means you need less water, and it's good for like base colors and mixing large areas. There we go. While I'm at it, I'm going to add some right here too. to fit in this area, I'm going to squeeze the sponge to make it smaller, so it'll fit in this little tiny area. If it's too small for the sponge, I'll use a brush. I think it's okay though. So here. Okay, now I'm going to add some highlight to the other side too. Hey babe. Okay. Okay, good. So now on the other side, I'm gonna put some reddish pink in for this like gaping wound. A little bit of red in there for some shadow in the corners. And remember, we're going to be adding a black outline to all of this, just as we did with the body. But first we're doing all the base colors and the shadows and all that stuff. And then we'll do the black liner at the end. Okay. I think it's time for some of the brain shadow. Use some red. Start with the edges. And blend it into the hairline. Okay, and then I want to blend it in with the pink, just so we don't have this obvious line right here. So I'll take the pink. I'm going to wipe off some of the excess paint. So we're going to do, it's called dry brushing, with, there's not too much water or too much paint on the brush. Just a little bit, so you can blend it. Hey, Adam. got some brain shadow going on. Okay, let's do the eyes. We have some dark purple here for this eye. What is this for? This is because last week you guys voted on a design that you really like. I gave you 3 choices of these neon pop art skulls, and I asked everyone which one they would want to see me do on Facebook Live. So these are the everyone seemed to like. Doing a combination of this design, except for we switched out the purple for the yellow. So we did this body design, and now we are doing this face design. So yeah. Some of those, but for the most part, I've never done a neon pop art. So I wanted to learn how to do this myself, so I figured I would just do it on Facebook Live. So everyone can see the learning process, and so I could also give you guys some tips in case you wanted to do some kind of a design like this in the future. Okay, I want to use a light purple for the highlight on the upper part of the brow line. So I use my base purple. And I'm going to use a brush, because the sponge or the kabuki brush won't fit in there. It's kind of a small area. Go right over my eyebrows. Alright, kind of covered my eyebrows a little bit. So. Because earlier we drew an eyebrow up here, which I'm going to make way darker. Let's see, so for the other side, looks like we have to do some pink down here. It's another like wound looking area, wounded area. So let's get our pink. I can't wait to add the black outlines to the face. It's gonna look awesome. Okay. Let's do some more dark purple on the upper lid. Alright, It's kind of hard to use the sponge when you're doing like an area like this that's so delicate and so important, so I'm gonna use a brush. I use my large round brush. This one. First, actually, we'll do the light purple up here. I wonder if my neighbors see me. They're probably like, what the heck? Their house looks so cute, it's all decorated with Halloween stuff. Oh, whoops. Okay, I just went in. They're probably like, what the heck? Alright. Okay, now we can go back in with the darker purple. I'm gonna do kind of like cat eye here. Takes a little while to dry, just a few minutes. So I'm just gonna not open my eye too much because I don't want the crease to show. I'll do this side too. This eye is a little bit more catty than this one, but I mean, I'm a neon pop art skull, so neon pop art skulls do whatever the fuck they want, so it's not that big of a deal. If it were a more realistic design, then I think it would be important to have things like completely symmetrical, but this design is kind of asymmetrical to begin with, so I'm not really going to worry about it. Use my filbert. I'm going to put some more dark purple under. Alright. I want to put a pink highlight right here. I think that'll look cool. Ooh, I'm going to use a metallic pink. This is wolf. I think that'll look good for our highlight right here. mixed with a pearl color. So it'll be a little bit lighter. Oh, here it is. Okay, that's the pearl. It'll look kind of like blush, I think. It's a pretty skull. Maybe some on this side too. Okay. I don't think I can take it anymore. We need to do the nose. Okay. So the nose is black, just straight up black. We'll use the large round brush for that. Okay. Scoot you over. Just adding some shadows to certain areas. Yeah. This side's actually going to be like cartoon lips, like Marilyn Monroe cartoon lips, which would be pretty cool. Let's add some more to the brain. I want to do all the shadows in the brain first before I do any black line work. I have to say the hairline does make it a little bit difficult, but you just kind of work with it and do the best you can. I'm going to mix my dark purple in with some pink. It doesn't have to be perfect because there's going to be like a wormy texture inside the brain. So these, I feel like these shadows don't really have to be perfect. But we do want a lot of contrast, so the brain looks like it's popping out of the head. And when I say a lot of contrast, I mean light against dark. Let's use some light pink. I'm going to mix in some pink with this cream color. Add a little bit of hot pink. More hot pink. I'm going to be using my finger to smudge it, to blend it. And these areas that are highlighted are going to be the raised areas of the brain and the wormy texture. This will help me decide where I want to put the black outlines too. Because the black outlines are going to go on the outside of these like bumps, raised wormies. And then we'll put the shadow, like a darker pink, in between them. Make it look like they're pushed back. Okay, but before I do that, I really gotta do something with these eyebrows. So I'm gonna put a black thin outline around them. And I think I'm gonna go with this liner brush, I think. I love using the liner, but usually for like swirls and stuff on face painting. I'm gonna use it. It just creates such a smooth line that I can't not use it. You just have to create, like, it has to be a confident stroke. You can't really do any, like, sketchy lines with this unless you're doing, like, a shadow thing. So for these cartoony lines, they just have to be really confident lines. Hey, Paige. Okay. I use a shorter brush to get in here, to put the black line in here over my eyebrow hair. It's a little hard to go over it with the liner brush. Liner brush is a little bit flimsy. There we go. Okay, other eyebrow. Make sure you guys can see it. Take the smaller brush, go over the eyebrow hair. Alright. Okay, it's starting to come together now that we have the eyebrows done. The eyebrows really help make it look legit. Okay. Let's go back to the brain. I want to start adding the line work. Small brush. Black wolf paint. Let's go back and look at the picture here. So we got these squigglies, and they're just kind of squiggled, and yeah, it'll create that wormy texture. Then we'll probably add a little more dark to the outline here, probably with black. Okay. And if you're watching the body painting, the lines in the brain are going to be similar to these like wrinkle lines, where they're just kind of random, and they just simulate like folds. Okay. I'm going to do them like around the highlights. line's a little more challenging than I thought it would be, but that's alright. Learning as we go. I just think it's important to make it, like when I start doing it more randomly, it's a little better. Let's try something. Take some pink. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that. Yeah. Put the brain on hold here. Let's see. How about let's go back to the mouth? Yeah. Oh, it looks so mean. That's kind of scary. But it's supposed to be a sassy neon skull, so I think we're on the right track. Maybe when we do the lips on the other side, we'll kind of do a little smile there. We'll do a highlight, light purple highlight here, just to define the mouth, to separate it from this cheekbone shadow here. So I'll mix the purple base color with white. Blend that out a little bit. Got a highlight right in here. Alright, so let's see. It's 3 o'clock. Wow. We started the design at 12:10, so it's been almost 2 hours or 3 hours. 12:10. It's almost 3 hours. So it's It's been a while. I'd say we have another, maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes to go on the face. Then we'll be all set. With the face, it looks like it's not going to take that long because it's a smaller area, but in fact it takes longer because it's a smaller area. Because you have so many little details and shapes on the face, and it just requires more attention, more details. Where am I gonna go when I'm done? Hollywood Boulevard. Just kidding. I don't know, I was gonna go to my friend Shauna's house and have her take some photos of me. But that means I have to go outside and walk to my car and drive over there. So that should be fun. I should film that process, going outside like this. Some more shadow. Let's try another color. I want to try some blue shadow in here. Not the turquoise blue, but let's see. Oh, like a darker blue. Actually, I think this is a chance to use some eyeshadow, because in the tutorials that I've been watching, the makeup artists are using a lot of shadows, and I'm just used to using straight up water-based body makeup, but I think using some powder in here might actually work for me. So I'm not accustomed to doing this, but I brought out an eyeshadow palette to use just in case. I have a few brushes, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is a palette that a friend gave to me a while ago. I think it's like in China or something. Coastal Scents is the company that she works for, so it's just standard, you know, palette of cosmetic eyeshadows. So let me find a nice brush for this. Okay, I got this from Friends Beauty Supply. It looks like it says Morph, that's the brand. So that's from Friends Beauty Supply in North Hollywood. So like I said, I want to add a cool blue color right here. Let's see. I'll go with this like periwinkle blue. Okay, like I said, I'm not used to adding shadows on top of the body paint, water-based body makeup, but they've done it in some tutorials that I've been watching, so we're gonna try. Ooh. Ooh, I actually like it. It goes on really well. Yeah, this is cool because it's hard to get in there with the body paint using the tools that I have, and it doesn't really go on as smoothly sometimes when you're doing it in small areas. So I think we're gonna I like this. I think we're going to go with it. Oh, you like my playlist? Oh yeah, I'm going to put my wig on for sure. Yeah, I have a blue wig. It's the one that Maddie wore at Burning Man. So I'm going to put that on after, take some pictures. Yeah, this is my like playlist that I'm listening to a lot right now. I use Spotify and I just create playlists. I think I have like 300 playlists on there, so this is like my favorite one right now. The playlist is called Creations of Aya. This song is called Yesterday by Swim Mountain. So if you follow me on Spotify, I go by Jamie Janett Graydon, and you can actually follow my playlists on there. I like the shadow. It's fun. Okay, I need a smaller brush. I'm going to use this MAC brush here. This is a really good one for blending. So I'm going to use this for the wound over here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Rad. Use a darker purple. For the line. Okay, let's add some more of the shadow in here. Thanks, Maria. Love you. Okay. So I'm sensing a little bit of an issue with the powder in here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like kind of cracking. I don't know, it's just not blending well over this pink, so I'm gonna stop doing that right now. I think we're ready for some more highlights and detail in the line work in the face. Take our small brush, do black. Thanks, Alana. All the way from France. Yeah. Yeah, I like that shadow. Makes it look more scully. And then my eyes are sunken back. So for those of you guys that just got here, I got all excited because I never use powder with face paint, but watching some of these tutorials on YouTube by Nicole Guerriero and some of the other artists that are doing these neon skull designs, they use a lot of powders over the water-based body paint makeup. And I'm not used to doing that, but I decided to try it out and I'm really liking it, especially around the eyes, like the shadows here. It just blends out a lot better than just using the body paint alone. Right now I'm using a metallic palette by Dehsonae. These are metallic powder colors, which are pretty cool for areas on the face. When you want a highlight, like here's a light purple for right here. And the metallic creates a shine that makes it kind of pop out. Looks pretty cool. Ooh, what about teal? Let's see. Thanks, Irene. The teal is looking pretty good. The metallic teal, I'm using it here. Just a little over here, and it's blending in with some of the purple that was already on the brush, so I like it. Okay, I also have this really awesome iridescent powder, and I don't use it that often. I forgot where I got it. I think I got it off sillyfarm.com. But I just want to see how this looks as a highlight. Let me wipe off some of the teal from this brush. I'm loving this brush. It's MAC 210, number 210. It's really good for blending smaller areas. Okay, so here's some of that iridescent powder. Let's see. The loose powder. Okay. Thank you, Haley. Haley said she likes the color scheme, and thank you, because we actually switched around the colors Took two designs, used elements from one design and another and blended them together. Switched the yellow with purple. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad it's working out pretty well. Okay, iridescent powder not working so great, so we're gonna stop that. And I want to add some black. I'm gonna start adding some black outline here. So we've done some shadows. The shadows look really good. I especially like this here, all this going on, which is mainly from the powder. So cool. I like this here. So yeah, start adding some of the black outlines, which is gonna really turn it into that neon pop art cartoon looking skull. Alright. It's looking pretty good. Let's add some of the cartoony lines. Okay, I think it's time. I think it's time to start working on the teeth. And I waited to do the teeth till the very end because, like I mentioned, when you're talking and stuff like that, it's easy for the moisture to affect any design that's on your lip area. But we're getting closer and I really want to see what the teeth look like, so take a sip of tea. And let's get started on the teeth. I'll use a small filbert because the small filbert actually is kind of the shape of the teeth anyway, so I think that'll be our best bet. These are Wolf White, which is a little bit filled with some of the other colors. So I'm going to clean it out a little bit. See how it gets when you mix colors in there? So I just spray it with water. Use my baby wipe, just clean it out. That way we can get a nice pure white.
Lifetime of love on tour. I didn't mean to be a whore, but my hormones had me like a fiend, screaming what you got for 2 words. I'm mortal, but the fans slid them both together and removed the apostrophe. Hip hop lords make ways like London. Times the tickets up to squander.
Alright, moving on to the black outline. Using my small brush. No, like a short tooth. Let me add some white to it. Alright, better. Let's do a light pink highlight in the gums. So, just adding in some detail, getting closer. Let's go back to the design. So, we're just adding in some of the highlights here. We've done shadows. We're adding in some of the black outline. We've done some shading in here. And this is a super low res photo, by the way. But that's okay, because we're adding in some of our own interpretations anyway. But yeah. And for those of you that weren't able to watch the beginning of the video, we actually did this design on the torso. And we just replaced the yellow with purple. Alright. We're getting there. Almost done, I think. Okay. There's some black detail in the teeth, just like the kind of cracking, like how the bones are here. We'll do that in the teeth. Try to get as close as possible to my cell phone here so you can actually see it. Put a little bit more white to brighten it up. Okay, now let's do the lips on the other side, which I'm excited about. Let's see how they turn out. My red fell. There we go. I'm going to use my large round brush. It's like a fuchsia color. Mix some red and pink together. I'm going outside the lip line. With some dramatic Marilyn Monroe skull drag lips. Oh yeah. scary. Can't mess up here. Highlight. Looks like this skull had some Juvederm on her lips. Okay. So funny. Use a teeny tiny brush for some details. Super thin. You can even see the hairs. Yeah. Need an outline on this wound over here. Creepy. Need some black liner. Use the black paint. Most people would use liquid liner if you're going to be wearing it all day and like going out, but honestly, I can't wait to take a shower. And eat. So we're just going to use the black face paint for liner. It'll create more drama. And then the eyes. Don't open your eyes right away when you use face paint for liner because you don't want it to get on the crease and it takes a minute to dry. Actually, I'm going to put it in front of the fan. Other side. Coming together. So right now I'm just pretty much like scanning everything over and over again and adding anything I forgot, adding last minute details. I see that there's some like black dots for texture, so I'm gonna add those. You know, I'm just adding like more black lines here, and I mean overall it looks pretty good, but I definitely need to work on the brain for a few more minutes. And yeah, just like last minute finishing touches. When you're at the end of a design, that's the time for you to look over everything, look at it from close, look at it from far away, just to see if everything meshes well. If there's something that looks out of place, or if you want to like change the color, that's your time at the very end of the design, because yeah, it's just your time to make it look presentable, and it's your work, so you want to make sure you're proud of it. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Pretty much done with the basics, but you know, just doing like last minute detail stuff So you can see there's a few more things we need to do with the face. I'm going to go ahead and make this look a little more three-dimensional here with some shadows and highlights. I'll take some wolf red. Thanks, Otto. I'm actually mixing in purple with the red now to create that shadow. We'll keep it highlighted in the middle with that pink there, because that really makes it look three-dimensional. There we go. It's pretty good. I'll put a few like light pink dots in there to give it some texture, make it look like a cartoon wound. I like those dots. I'm gonna add them in a few other places too. It's cool to add little details like that, so, you know, people can kind of see them from far away, but when they're really looking at the design and they scan in closer at it and start paying attention to the details, it really creates kind of a wow factor. To include some smaller things that not everyone might see, but the people who are really interested can, you know, they'll find it really neat. And that separates something more basic from something that's really out of the ordinary and unique, is those small details that set it apart from the average piece of art. Now I'm just adding texture with the brush, doing like some wispy lines for shadow. Texturize it. It'll make it look more realistic. Okay, so we definitely need something in here. I think those dots will do it. Too hot pink. Do some black shadow. Give them a 3D look. Alright. I'll come back to that. I think I'm going to do the dots on the other side with purple. Pinkish purple. There we go. I like that better. Okay, brain time. Let's go back to this brain. Kind of gave up on it earlier. But I'm actually gonna take my baby wipe and I'm just gonna create a clean slate here. Not the whole thing, but just in the middle. Because I want the brain to look awesome. Whoa, that's crazy. I actually like the way it looks like that. But I think we have to add a little bit of pink. I think it's the shadow from the paint that I wiped off and all of it like blending together. That makes it look cool. Got black paint in my nose. So weird. Make sure you want to use the clean side of your sponge or brush or kabuki or whatever you're using so that it doesn't mix in with other colors unless you want it to. But right now I just want pure pink. You know, I think I'm going to mix it with a little bit of purple too. Actually, orange. Because I feel like it'll bring this full circle since we have a little bit of orange down there. So orange and pink. Malibu Barbie color. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. Let me put on a thicker layer. A little bit of this metallic purple on the edge. think we're getting somewhere with this brain. We erased the brain that I did earlier because it just wasn't working out. I think it's because it looks more realistic now because the lines are like going down and up in an S shape. Looks more brainy. I really want the brain to look good. It's like the main cool thing about this face design. Some shadow on the bottom, mixing black and dark purple. Ooh, maybe we'll even use some of that shadow again, because that worked pretty well for the shading on the rest of the face. I'm going to use this little brush, the one we used earlier, the MAC one. Use the shadow palette. Try out some hot pink here. That didn't do much. Okay, let's do some dark purple. Okay, let's do some of those little details with light pink. Try and make it pop a little bit more. Reflection. It might be easier Yeah, you can kind of see a little better when I scoot back, but the sun's changing direction. It's a little harder to see. Alrighty, I think we're almost done. I know I've been saying that for the last hour, but I think we are actually in the home stretch for real this time. Just a few more highlights. You can see my brains? My brains are showing. But I can't wait to put on the blue wig. Take some pictures. Alright guys. I think we did it. Neon skull. Thanks to inspiration from some awesome ladies on YouTube who I'm going to post their tutorials on YouTube. I'll post the link so you can see. So you can see where we got the inspiration. So we got a lot done today. We did awesome body paint with some slime and a heart showing, some bones. We did some texture. We did part of my arm. We did some brains. We did some skull teeth and a skull face. We did a gaping wound. So I think we got a lot done in the last 4 hours. Exactly 4 hours. Wow. Wow, that kind of took a long time. But that's okay. Detail takes time. And might I let you remember that it is harder because I did it on my own face. So, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to post this video so everyone can see. And I'll post the pictures later with the blue wig and the links too. So, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.